is Alistair Price of Myths of the Flesh. It is about the 24th hour that I've been up here, and I've been hanging out most of the night here with a good friend of mine. He is the lead singer and bassist of the band Misuraca, also now solo artist with a little bit of a techno-electronica beat to it, and rehashing some of his older stuff and coming out with some new stuff as well, and the creator of his new comic book, In the Flesh and Spirit. He is none other than Baron Misuraca. Baron, welcome to Myths of the Flesh.
Oh, thank you. Great to be here. Greetings everybody out there in Myths of the Flesh land.
Tell me, how did you come up with the concept of doing the electronica techno beats?
Well, let's see. It's a good question. I guess I've always had an interest and a love, for gothic and electronic music. I think there's a great scene for that here in New York City. Big part of the scene that I've been around for all these years. So I figured it was time to, venture forth into it. So far, so good. It's been a pretty good response. They've had a lot of opportunities for this kind of music. It's just, it's another vehicle for my conceptualization. It all kind of ties into the same thing, comes from the same place. So it's a very, artistically satisfying time right now.
Sounds good. Now, in comparison to what you're normally doing with your metal and the goth sound that you normally come out with, which one do you like better?
Well, I mean, I can't say I like one better than the other. It's two totally different planets, two totally different worlds. They complement each other. So it's like trying to choose which one of your children do you like better. They both have their place. They both suit different moods. So it's an equal thing. Like I said, it all comes from the same place. And I'm very happy to be able to be doing it and to have the receptive response we've been getting with it. So they're both equal.
Sounds good. Now, the name Vasari, we were talking about this earlier. It's originated from the Frankenstein sagas, correct?
Yes, absolutely. From Universal Pictures in the 1940s. Vasari originally came from the film Ghost of Frankenstein from 1944, I believe. It was the third sequel, and it was the name of the village where the second son of Dr. Frankenstein lived. And the characters would always try to get there. And the town also came up with some of the sequels that followed that as well. So I knew that was perfect what I was doing at the time, and the rest is history. Hopefully I won't get a lawsuit from Universal Pictures, and I haven't so far, so far so good with that.
And I think it kind of matches the Frankenstein tattoo on your arm.
Yeah, it all kind of ties in. I've always had this connection, and something else I also noticed at another point, the name Vasari, if you break it up in half, VAS for vascular, and aria is a piece of music, so in short it can mean blood music, different from the universal connection. If you like to read things into things and stay up all night and think about useless things like that, there you go.
And I guess that kind of ties in with In the Flesh and Spirit as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all part of, it comes from the same place. Question, in classic horror films, a lot of the biblical references, body and soul of Christ, we were discussing that before. So it's all part of the same concept there.
Now, the show that we went at tonight did very well. We had a lot of people there, and the crowd seemed to be very responsive to it. You feel as though this is going to be something that you pursue more and more as you become more comfortable with it?
Yeah, sure. I mean, as long as people want to hear it, I'm definitely going to keep forging straight ahead with it. As I mentioned before, it seems like in New York City right now, there's definitely a resurgence in the goth scene, and this is the type of music that goes with it. And so, yeah, if people are willing to listen to it and are interested, I'm definitely going ahead. It's a lot of fun. It's very creatively, it's a triumph. Like I said, it all comes from the same place. So, yeah, each time we do it, it seems to get better. The crowd seems to be bigger. So far, so good.
Excellent. And now, you got two other shows coming up here soon, February 13th and February 15th. We were talking about them.
Yes.
Can you elaborate a little bit?
Sure. The show on February 13th is at the Delancey, located, I swear, on Delancey Street in New York City. That's with this area. That's a full band show. We'll be playing with the Undead, which features Bobby Steele, one of the former members of the Misfits, a couple of years back. That should be pretty cool. Looking forward to that. That's getting back to basics, picking up the guitars again, getting away from the computers, and what we do best, I guess. That should be cool. then on the 15th, of course, the infamous, well, not infamous, the legendary Vampires Ball. I'll be doing the Gothtronica routine there. This is quintessential vampire goth event in New York City, and it should be a lot of fun. I was kind of adding at the last minute, but I'm looking forward to it. It definitely should be quite a spectacle. It usually is every year, and it should be great. It's going to be a busy weekend. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Now, In the Flesh and Spirit, that's your comic book. You've been working on that for quite some time, and it's finally come to fruition, and you know it's finally out there for the people to get their hands on and read it. Can you tell them where they can find it?
Sure. It's available now for human consumption. Flesh and Spirit is featured in the new edition of Previews, which is the catalog put out by Diamond Distributors, February edition, and retail stores can order it through there, and should hit stores in a few months. But in the meantime, it's available for direct sales through us on the official website, infleshandspirit.com, and also on Misuraca.com. And it's in some stores here and there, but best way is probably through the websites right now. And as I mentioned, it'll hit all the stores in a few months through Diamond. So do check us out at infleshandspirit.com, and share our experience with us.
Sounds good. And as you said, everybody, that's infleshandspirit.com. And you can also go to Misuraca.com to check out the band Misuraca and all the exciting things going on with them. Baron, I'd like to thank you for being on Myths of the Flesh.
My pleasure.
It's a pleasure, to be with you as always. And until next time, this is Alistair Price from Myths of the Flesh. I'll see you on the dark side.